Welcome, guys! So Mini J has talked about how to play every mini, what are the best mini synergies, so the only sensible thing to do now is to show you how to make a good deck. The first thing is to understand the meta.
What type of heroes are in the meta, which aren't? Will the current meta have more backline or frontline minis? Once you have the idea on how the current meta is, it's time to start deck making.
The first thing you have to choose is which hero you have to make your deck around. Mini J will show you some examples on how to make decks around every hero.
The first is Shield Maiden. She is the tankiest hero by far and has a lot of defensive capabilities. To make decks around her, you don't need any tanks because she's your main one, and rather try to get a win condition.
If you play with Monk, he is already gonna wreck the front line with palm strikes, so it is sensible to use minis which can take care of the back line, like archers, magic archer, and miner,
etc. If you have Archer Queen or Royal Champion, protecting them is your main focus, so try getting like control minis and tanking for your hero. Now that how to make a deck around each hero is clear, the next thing we will learn to do is to use mostly 3-3 decks.
It basically means having 3 melee minis while 3 ranged ones. Now you can even compare it to many meta decks like the Barbarian King deck and this Royal Champion deck.
Both of these decks work on the same formula by having 3 melee and ranged minis. The next thing is not having same counters.
If you have a Barbarian in your deck, then it is not safe to have Dark Goblin in your deck. This is because they are both countered by Shield Maiden.
There might be an argument that people use both of them in Barbarian King decks, and this is because Barbarian King helps them fight against their weakness.
This is why you have Giant Skeleton and Golden Giant in the same deck, because even if your opponent counters Golden Giant with Mini P.E.K.K.A, you can still use Giant Skeleton as your tank. The next thing is synergies.
Mini J has already made a whole video about synergies and which the best ones are. The way synergy works is by having 2 or more minis help each other in weaknesses, like Barbarian struggles against backlines while Archer's damage output is just not enough to fight against Healing Ranger.
With the +1 damage from the Barbarian, Archer is able to outdamage Healing Ranger, while Barbarian doesn't have to deal with the backline.
This is the basic idea on working with synergies. And next up, we have counterplays.
You should have a flexible deck which can deal with anything.
For example, with this deck right here, Giant Skeleton can counter Monk. Golden Giant and Archer can counter Royal Champion. Archer can pull Wave Masters and Countesses. And you can destroy Archer Queen and Spear Goblin by bursting them with Barbarian King. Do you guys get the idea?
The last thing is how to play with every mini to know what is the purpose of every mini.
For this, go check out this video.
That's all Mini J's got for you.
We hope you found this video helpful.
Have a look at the gameplay to see how this deck works out.
We fell down from the top, but we wouldn't let it stop us. Felt my heart drop, but I picked myself up and didn't let it show. And I knew I had